Hi, PerspectaWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Friday, February 1st. Well, this has turned out to be quite a wintry week in the Mid-Atlantic region, and of course throughout the northern U.S. We've had three separate snow events this week now in the Mid-Atlantic region, including today. First of all, earlier in the week we had the initial frontal passage that really gave us a step down in temperatures, and then we had the Arctic front itself, which produced some snow squalls. And today it's mainly a D.C. to Philadelphia type of snow event on the order of a coating to an inch or two. Even though it's relatively minor in terms of snow accumulations, watch out for slick spots. Ground level temperatures have been so cold and continue to be so cold that the salt is rather ineffective in temperatures below 20 degrees. And early this morning, with the snow beginning in the Philadelphia metropolitan region, temperatures are between 10 and 15 degrees, perhaps 15 to 20 degrees where it's snowing down in the D.C. metro region. So watch out for slick spots, not only on untreated surfaces over the next several hours, but also on treated surfaces, because again, it's so cold, and it's been so cold that the salt is certainly less effective. Now, this is the latest radar loop, and you can see snow bands all the way back into the Ohio Valley, really again headed towards mainly the region between D.C. and Philadelphia. New York City will be on the very northern fringes. You'll see an increase in clouds, maybe a few flurries on the south side of the metro region, but primarily this is sandwiched between D.C. and Philadelphia as far as the Mid-Atlantic region is concerned. Maybe 3 or 4 inches out over West Virginia, the higher elevation regions of West Virginia, but again, expecting a coating to an inch or two in the D.C. and Philadelphia metropolitan region. It's already underway, and it will continue into the afternoon hours, and certainly watch out for potential road problems later in the day. Well, let's take a look at the latest high-resolution model called the HRRR, High Resolution Rapid Refresh Model. This runs on an hourly basis, so we'll move ahead in hourly increments. This is the 8 a.m. forecast map, current time right now, and here we have the snow already falling in the D.C. metro region. Falling pretty well, by the way, last reported hour, like McLean, Virginia area. Now snowflakes are definitely being seen in the Philadelphia metropolitan region, and we'll just move ahead in hourly increments. It kind of goes back and forth, shrinks a little bit, but then it starts to expand again, and it's still a few hours from now snowing from D.C. through Philadelphia, and again, staying just to the south of the New York City metro region. It continues into the afternoon hours, finally pulls off to the south and east. Most likely not a problem for the evening commute, but we'll have to monitor that over the next few hours. This is primarily from the early to mid-morning all the way into the early to mid-afternoon. Most likely not an issue for the evening rush hour, but again, expect a coating to an inch or two. In fact, let's take a look at the total snowfall prediction by the HRRR model. And here it is generally predicting a coating to an inch or two in the D.C. to Philadelphia corridor, maybe a few flakes seen south of town in the New York City metro region. Again, higher elevation regions of the panhandle of West Virginia could see 3 or 4 inches of snow out of this event. Tends to get a little bit weaker after it crosses the mountains. Now, after this, we have a warming trend beginning this weekend, and it will continue right through the first half of next week, maybe 4 or 5 days of milder conditions. That break in the action is certainly not signaling the end of winter. Winter is far from over, and it looks like a colder and snowier pattern returns in about a week or so. Towards the end of next week, we get another cold batch moving in to the mid-Atlantic region, the northeastern part of the country. So again, after today, there will be a break in the action, but winter is far from over. That's it for now. For PerspectaWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.